folks, we're back to it. Sicknesses are behind us. Everybody's good. We're eating again. Eating again is a good plus. We're getting back on it. Then we're starting the floors. This house is about to come together. Alright folks, and just like that, we got one more little piece we got to rip here. Actually, that might almost fit. But anyways, we're almost done. Now, we're gonna go ahead and do underneath the loft. Kind of fill in these ugly holes. And then, the ceiling is done. Oh, and it's kind of raining, by the way. Kind of raining. But it's not 105 degrees and dry and miserable. You know, I'll be honest with you, I'm not normally a big fall winter fan. I like it okay. But after this super hot summer we had, several dehydrated spells, and this pretty much misery for about a month or so, I'm looking forward to fall. We're seeing all the fall things come in at work, and all the pumpkin everything. Normally it annoys me, but this year I'm like, it's good to see you, pumpkin. Accidentally smashed Dad's hand with a hammer. Accidentally. Alright guys, there we go. It's starting to look better and better. So now we got pretty much the entire ceiling done. This is where it gets really fun, is when the house starts getting closer to the finished product. Before too long, we'll have the flooring in, and then it'll be the sheetrock, and it's going to start looking like a house.
So right after we got the ceiling done, we actually had to go do a little job, make a little extra money, you know, to stay caught up on our bills. So we did this little well house. Technically all we did was the roof, but it was a whole nother day, just super, super hot. I got cooked as usual, but you know, it was a blessing to be able to do the job and make the money we need, and you know, get back to work on the house after that. Then the little swimming hole over on Dad's side of the property was completely full of mud. It ran low, so we took a Saturday and cleaned it out. And we had this little net that we used on the backhoe, and oh man, it was a big job, but we got the whole thing cleaned out. You can't tell because of the water, of course, but it's all rock underneath that. So yeah, that was a pretty big job, but we got it accomplished. You know, trying to keep all of our stuff maintained while we're working on the house. I mean, that's the thing with owning land, especially the way we do it. You know, we really just don't want any wasted space. We have all this, you know, acreage, and we want to use it, so we got to take care of it. And then next, we actually moved the shop from in front of the house to the other side of the yard. That's something we definitely knew we wanted to do immediately as soon as we bought it. We just had to wait till the time was right, but we moved it to the other side where he's cleaning out right now, and once we got it there, you know, it's perfect. It's right where it needs to be and where it should have been in the first place, I would assume. But yeah. But yep, yet again, this is part of owning land. You know, it's a lot of work between day jobs and side jobs and kids and life. I mean, it's a lot, but man, it's probably one of the biggest blessings ever. So, all right, well, I'm going to stop talking now and let you watch the process. Here we go.
This thing was actually bone dry a week ago. But we've had an underground stream that has been going through our driveway from the highway, and my dad actually took that stream and redirected it to the waterfall. So there's an underground spring. Even though the creek is dry, that spring never stops running. That right there is a pipe that comes out of the ground, and it's a constant stream of water running down the rocks and filling up the pond. So just redirecting that small amount of water from that spring is actually putting water back in the pond. Well, we're about to get rained on like crazy, and we're hoping that this will actually start flowing water into the pond and have like a natural waterfall. That's the idea. So the spring will be running, the ditch will be running, and hopefully it'll refill the pond. Even though the creek still may be dry, we're hoping to have water in the pond. That's the idea. But it amazes me because there has been no water whatsoever, to the point where everything's starting to die. It's been so hot and dry. But yet that spring never stops running. I mean, as of now, we've had a little bit of rain, just a few small little puddles from a slight rain earlier. But we're praying for more. I think we're gonna have quite a bit of rain in the next few days. As of making this video, it's August 24th, I think it is. So yeah, it's been dry as a bone, so it'll be good to see any water running here again. So this has been really cool too. My dad is a big wildlife guy, so he's been putting out a lot of corn and seeds and stuff like that, and we actually have a feeder out right now. And we've actually been getting a couple of baby deer that have been hanging out. And they've been getting more and more comfortable with just hanging out behind the house. So here's the feeder, and then right behind me is the RV. So this little area, we've actually had the deer, we've had squirrels, birds, pretty much everything you can think of kind of hanging out. So it's really fun to be able to just kind of walk out of your house and see a couple of deer hanging out in the backyard, especially when they're getting to the point where they're not quite as scared as they used to be. So this right here is just the underground stream. There's no pump, there's nothing. It's just water pumping through by itself. And it's literally just feeding down the cliff. So it's buried underground, and it comes all the way from the ditch by the highway. So the idea is when we get to the rainy season, that it'll really start flowing down this ditch. And then we have this little bitty pool dug out here, where we can either put a pump in and pump it down to the waterfall, or we're hoping that it'll fill up enough to run down this little ditch to the rocks, which the ditch is gonna have to be dug out a little bit more eventually, but kind of waiting to see what happens first. And yeah, it'll be pretty cool. Then we'll just have a natural-ish waterfall. I mean, it's natural. It's just not naturally occurring. It took a little bit of backhoe work, but you know, I think it's gonna be pretty neat. Now the cool thing about it right now is that water's running through. There's actually water in the ditch from the road about halfway down, but somewhere along the way it's seeping into the ground. So the ditch itself hasn't quite been filling up yet, but there's not much water heading down that way yet. The idea is that when the water comes through, it'll actually pack down the mud and clay that's already there and hopefully stop the leaks. But if it doesn't, eventually we'll get to the point where we can put some liners in it in the bad places where the water's seeping through, kind of stop the leaks. I don't know, it's pretty neat. Definitely looks a lot different. I mean, there's a little bit of water there. Not quite enough to swim in, but I guess there's enough for, you know, parasites to live in or something. I mean, all it did was rain for about 2 months straight. Man, we're just hoping for it to stop raining, and now I'm like, man, when is it gonna start raining again? Ready for this creek to start running.
So after putting in quite a bit of work, my boys and I took an evening and went to a place called Flashback Pizza in Northwest Arkansas, which was really fun. I mean, good pizza, you know, video games, 80s, 90s, nostalgia, music, movies, about everything you can think of. So it was really fun. So hey guys, we're going to be back on it. Next video, we're going to be working on the floors, sheetrock, and then we're going to start putting this bad boy together for good, for living in. I'm just rambling now. All right guys, we'll talk to you soon.